Hello guys, YouTube. It's been a while since I've posted anything. Let's see where to start. Um I noticed myself getting pretty sick back in last December, and basically it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Around in the morning of January 1st, I found myself to where it was hard to move in bed, so I ended up calling 911, getting an ambulance, and until October 19th, I've been in the hospital for pretty much this entire year. Um, it turned out, I'm gonna butcher this, I know I can't pronounce it right. I had a condition called sepsis. Basically, bacteria in the blood. It was at a pretty bad state. And there are multiple things that could cause it. Haven't really been able to figure out exactly what causes it, but there are different things. So, let's just start with pretty much they had to do a surgery on me. And let me go ahead and show you guys. This is after 10 months of healing. It's completely closed up, so it shouldn't be against the terms at all. So if you don't like wounds and scars, I'd recommend skipping ahead. So this is my upper right side of my back. They ended up taking 2 liters of pus out of my upper right back. They filled up a liter container twice. Now, I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I've never liked hospital. So I never would have gone if it wasn't for just how badly everything went. And as I said, I've been in there until October 19th, and right now it's October 30th, so that wasn't the only thing that had happened. I also got something known as a compression fracture on my on the L4 of my spine. And that there is actually what ended up saving my life. I fell down the stairs one day and didn't feel any pain, so I just pretty much ignored it. The only thing is, over the next half month, back in December, it got worse and worse and got to where it was hard to move around. I couldn't move around without leaning on stuff. It got to the point where, let's just say my stairs were too narrow and they couldn't get me on the gurney to bring me upstairs, so I had to walk up the stairs. I collapsed near the top of the stairs and dragged myself to an area where they could get me. After that, they ended up taking me to the hospital, Kaiser. They took me straight into the emergency room and did the surgery. They said that they thought my airways were too fragile, so they couldn't put the tubes that would put you to sleep. So instead, they gave me this other type of medicine it's hard to explain. The entire time through the surgery, I could feel everything they were doing. I could feel them cutting at me, but it didn't feel like it was happening to me. It was weird. And I got deja vu the entire time, thinking that this isn't the first time I've been through this. And it was the first time I've been through that. So after the surgery, they ended up cutting stuff out to neaten up the wound. They put like this black sponge-like stuff in there, and then they'd pack gauze in there. Originally, when they first started, it would take like 3 rolls of gauze to stuff the opening. They even put in a wound vac to suck the stuff out of it. In order to find out what the cause was, they tried different things. They did this little ball thing that they put down my throat to look at my heart. They did a bone biopsy of my lower spine, taking 2 shards and some some fluid from the bone marrow. And they pulled some of my teeth. Not a low amount either. It was, I think, around 11 teeth were pulled. Since I was about 30, I started getting this, I'm not sure what caused it. Well, I wasn't sure what caused it at the time. Basically, around like my underarms and groin area, the area started getting red and then swelling, and then a clear liquid seep out. And after a while, that clear liquid turned kind of yellowish and then turned into pus and then turned into blood. When this first started, around when I was 30, I was thinking that maybe just wasn't cleaning thoroughly enough, so I started cleaning more thoroughly. It didn't help. In some cases, it made it worse. In some cases, it made it better. But nothing I did would make it go away. I ended up just thinking it was a normal thing and ignored it. The skin on my underarm on my left side is pretty shredded up. The right side isn't as bad. The groin area swelled up pretty often, but other than that, there wasn't much damage until after the surgeries, which I ended up getting when I was moved over to Kindred. I spent about a month in Kaiser, and then I was moved over to Kindred for, say, about another 3 to 4 months, and I spent the rest of the time in a place over in well, it's called a post-acute place. I was supposed to be there to finish up my antibiotics. I was on antibiotics for like 5 months straight. The worst thing that I went through this entire time, other than the pain from the compression fracture, which was the worst pain I had in my entire life, it originally became prominent when I was in Kaiser. From my lower back, it spread out to my hips and down my legs, all the way down to my feet to my toes. The area was pretty much a constant level 10 pain. When they gave me medicines like, they gave me an IV one I forget the name of, and they gave me a Norco. Basically, an opioid as a tablet form to take, and at most that lowered the pain by like 1 degree. It pretty much did nothing. So I was pretty much stuck in a hospital bed for months. When my foot fell off the bed, I didn't have the ability to lift it back up. And the pain flared even more when they rotated you in the bed, and they basically rotated me like every 2 hours. So I could honestly say it was like living hell the entire first month. And after that, when the pain slowly receded, it basically slowly made its way back up until it was focused in the center of my spine again. And then it slowly went away as long as I wasn't moving. But every time I was moved, like if they raised the bed at all, it caused intense pain. When the PT came to lift me up, basically caused spasms through my entire body. When I went to stand up, fell straight back down onto the bed. That there was all because of the compression fracture. But if it wasn't for that compression fracture, I'd have never went to the hospital in the first place. And the sepsis would have ran its course, and you wouldn't be talking to me right now. In a way, I got lucky, because the sepsis could have attacked my organs, my brain, my eyes. Instead, it mainly just attacked my my fat cells and stuff like that. I had 2 lesser cases before my upper back. One, strangely enough, over where the fracture was. Another one on the side of my left leg, right below my knee. Though they were both very painful, but I assumed they were just like my underarms and groin. Even though their pain was way, way above those. Oh, damn little flying insect. I'm not sure what type. Sorry about that. The lady who did the surgery literally told me this bug would have to come now, probably because I turned on the light. She told me if I would have come in 1 day later, I would have died. When I was basically, when she took me in to the hospital, my kidneys were basically on the final stages of shutting down. In December, my nephew coughed in my face and got me sick, which ended up getting me dehydrated, which helped the organs shut down, which made it way easier for the sepsis to spread. So right now I still got most of my lower teeth, some missing in the back, a few missing in the back on the top too, but the main difference on the top is basically all the front teeth are gone. One of my canines is still there, but the other one is gone as well. As soon as I can afford it in the future, stupid bug. As soon as I can afford it in the future, I'm thinking of getting implants, but they're pretty expensive and I can't really afford them, so. Another thing is the sepsis ate through several of my nerves. The top of my feet are both numb. They've been numb since I went into the hospital. When the pain receded, the numbness never went away. My entire upper right side of my back is numb. My right shoulder, going down my arm, all the way down here, basically in a line. It's not the entire arm, just in a line, just basically this little area here, which made it way easier to take needles when you can't feel them, and then it goes down and it basically narrows down here, spreads to the back of this hand and goes down the fingers. It's all numb. Now, when I was in the hospital, I lost the ability to raise my hand up like this. I could still go into fists and stuff, but basically my hand was, let's see, it was limp like this. I couldn't raise my thumb, and I couldn't raise my fingers. So for literally months of my life, until the last 3 or 4 months, well, last 3 months, so basically up until July, I had completely lost the ability to use this hand. I could go down, I could make fists, but I wasn't able to lift them. I couldn't lift my wrist at all, and I couldn't lift my fingers. Luckily, I regained it, but the numbness is still there. They have me on, right now they have me on a medicine called gabapentin, which I've been taking 3 times a day since I was in Kaiser. They said I had diabetes in Kaiser, and the entire time I was in Kaiser, I pretty much got 2 shots a day. Well, 2 types, not 2 shots, but 2 types of penicillin a day, long-lasting and another type. But ever since I left Kaiser, I've never really needed it. My blood sugar's always been in check. It's been basically between 80 and 100. After meals, it could spike up to like 130 or 140, but that was like when I had a brownie or a piece of cake or fruit. They put me on a well, they did my sliding scale at Kaiser, and they had me on the same one ever since. It was where I needed penicillin if my blood sugar was above level 151. Right now taking gabapentin 1 time a day because I'm supposed to take it 3, but I don't have a lot left, and I'm waiting for the medical people to get in contact with me to figure out how to get more. Because I'm not good at dealing with doctors and stuff. I'm not good at all that stuff. Apparently I need it, but I don't know why. I think it's because of the pains caused by the nerves reconnecting. It happens in like my feet, my legs, my right hand, my right back, the left side of my rib here, which I forgot to say is also numb. The lower right below the chest area is also numb on the left side. I think I got this. No, okay, this is right, this is left. Okay. So I get like pain every now and then, like it happens like every few days, and it can last anywhere between a few seconds to like 20 to 30 seconds. It feels like I'm being stabbed by needles. Sometimes it's just once. Sometimes it happens in like stab and then a few seconds, stab and then a few seconds, stab. Apparently, from what I gather, I'm not sure because I haven't confirmed it, the gabapentin can cause that. Now, the deal with my underarms is, I forget the exact name, but it's overactive sweat glands. The clear liquid that was coming out was sweat. I'm gonna have to see a dermatologist and see if I can get it treated. Apparently it can be treated by like steroid injections. I can have the glands surgically removed, but there's a chance for them to regrow. And apparently Botox could fix it, from what ChatGPT said. Now, the thing that I have, from what I gather, is a genetic disorder that runs in families, but apparently it mainly in women, not men. Now, I only learned this from my infectious disease doctor at Kindred. Apparently, fat produces estrogen, and estrogen is what triggers it. So, when I went into the hospital, I was around just short of 400 pounds. Right now, I'm about 390-ish. So I've lost about 100 pounds. So yeah. Hey guys, you want to hear a real quick way to lose weight? Well, not quick, but you can lose about 100 pounds in 10 months. All you gotta do is sepsis and almost die. Go through the worst pain of your life. Have yourself cut open. So yeah. Main reason I'm making this video, other than just to let you guys know exactly what's going on. If you have the same condition as I have of your underarms, or if your teeth, because before I went to the hospital, I had like my gums swelled up like 3 separate times in the month of December. I don't know why, my teeth just started to deteriorate. They cracked and started chipping and shit like that pretty quickly in December. So it could be the teeth. It could be the infections from the underarms. Hell, this is kind of a bit embarrassing to admit, but a few times, I'm not sure if it's because of my diet, but when I went to go number 2, when I went to take a shit, it was so large it tore and caused blood, so that might have also caused the issue. But I always wiped really well and cleaned it up well. So basically, the only thing I didn't do too well was brushing my teeth, so that's why I'm leaning more towards my teeth causing the issue, because for like 12 years, the underarms have been growing infected, oozing out pus, oozing out blood, and never had the issue. You know, it might have been a combination of everything, and it might have been the dehydration. before I went into the hospital, I was so freaking delirious. Now that I reflect upon it, I was pretty sure I was hallucinating quite a bit in December. So yeah, if you guys have any experience with underarms like that, or groin areas, basically any place where you sweat a bit, it's probably a sweat gland issue. From what I read, it's best to put a damp, warm rag, not hot, warm rag over it to get it to drain, and to see a dermatologist to see if you can get it treated. As for your teeth, please do everything in your power to have your teeth taken care of. Brush them, go to a dentist. You can get free dental care depending on where you are. Just say you have no income, which I had none. So basically, Medi-Cal covered my entire stay in the hospital, covered my dental work, which the dentist went to Kaiser and pulled the teeth at Kaiser. Strangely, the teeth pulling wasn't painful. The bone biopsy wasn't painful. The main pain I got was when they were doing the work on my upper back, when they kept hitting this nerve cluster. That hurt quite a bit. Other than that, the only pain I basically felt since then was in my lower back. And it hurt bad. One story that's kind of funny, but also pretty messed up. I didn't use the bathroom on my own until right before I left Kindred. I went in to use the bathroom, got up, and turned to the right because you had to push a button to flush the toilet. And as I turned to the right, because I was using a walker, I'm still using walkers to move around, because even though I can walk now, my back is still pretty messed up. It's hard to stand up straight. I'm leaning over. When I first went to post-acute, I'm not saying the name because I don't want to expose the place. It's basically mainly a place filled with old people. I was pretty much the youngest one there. But yeah, I pretty much had to use a walker the entire time I was there. Can't really walk without it. But yeah, when I went at Kindred, when I went to the right to turn, when I turned to the right to turn the flush the toilet, I wasn't able to reach the button, and my back went out. I had to turn back over real quick and grab hold of the walker so I wouldn't collapse on the ground, because I was still pretty heavy back then. I was still in the 400s. Well, in the high 300s, I mean. What? Wait, I'm at... I was close to 400. I'm at 290 right now. I'm not sure if I said 390, but no, I'm at 290 right now. I need to lose about another 110 pounds to get to where I'm supposed to be, apparently. I'm going to try my best to do that. I've completely cut soda out of my diet at this point. Mainly drinking water and tea at the hospital and milk. I've mainly been drinking water since I got home. My sister is supposed to make me tea, but she never did. Not gonna get into that. What else is there? Yeah, I had to use, at one point, it was too much of a hassle to put me on a bedpan, so they just had me using the bathroom on the bed with Chucks. That was not the best part. That was not the most dignified part of my life. And by the time I ended up using the bedpan, still having to have other people come and clean you. It was a valuable experience to learn, but it's not something I'd ever want to repeat. As you can tell, my hair is a lot shorter now. I plan on getting it cut again. It's been a while since I had it cut. I ended up having it cut when I went into Kaiser. This year's trim, this here got cut just to make it easier, because this used to be pretty long if you saw my previous videos. Same thing with my hair on my head, it was pretty long. I plan on trying to keep it short mostly. It's been a hassle. It took me this long to be able to stay in this chair for long periods of time, because it got when I first came home, it was painful to stay in this chair. I basically go back and forth between using a cushion on it and not using a cushion. My legs started to bloat up again from sitting in the chair, I guess. I need to start standing up and walking around more, or doing movements of my foot, or elevating my foot while I'm sitting. Need to do something about that. I have kind of splurged a little and I had a few candies, just the fun size, but I really need to not do that. I need to control what I eat. I need to not eat that stuff. At least not until I get myself under control, until I get the weight under control. Everything is loose. My skin is. Let's see. The mic got caught, but yeah. This used to be too firm to grab. I don't know if it's because the sheer amount of fat I had, or a combination of the muscle and fat, but I lost a lot of muscle being bedridden for so long. I lost a lot of fat as well. Now, I ate more when I was in the hospital than I ever ate at home. When I was at home, I ate pretty much maybe 2 slices of toast in the morning, and a meal, like probably a can of SpaghettiOs for dinner. But I'd have a shit ton of soda. I mean, like at least a 6-pack a day. I'd have root beer. I'd have Coke. I'd have Dr. Pepper's my favorite. Something I have in common with Asmongold. But I really need to completely shut it out. Maybe when I lose enough weight, I'll start drinking some again. But when I do, I need to make sure it's like maybe 1 can or 2 cans a day. No more than that. I'm trying to make it to where I drink mostly water and tea, but non-sweetened tea. Another strange thing, at the hospital they had me on these pink packages of sweetener. I tried using 1 normal packet of sugar. It doesn't sweeten the tea nearly as much as a single package of that sweetener. That sweetener sweetens it so much more for the same amount. It's weird. So right now I'm trying to get to the point where for breakfast I'm trying to have a bowl of cereal or a bowl of oatmeal. For lunch I normally skip it, but I'm supposed to be eating lunch, I guess. And for dinner I pretty much have whatever's given to me. I used to handle all the finances at my place, basically for my dad, but that I'm not gonna say this. It has to do with my sister, and pretty much go away, you stupid moth. So yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. She's pretty much got the cards. My niece, I can't confirm this, but she spent, in the time I was in the hospital, she spent hundreds of fucking dollars on PlayStation using my dad's cards. And we're living in her house, so, well, my sister's house, so pretty much every dime of my dad's money gets transferred to my sister's bank account. So I no longer take care of that. I think she mainly started using it after the position she worked at Adidas got canceled. I'm getting tired of that moth. Got canceled, so she's been on unemployment since then, and right now she's trying to arrange for in-home care for me and my dad and trying to make it to where she gets it. So I'm not going to go into that. Beggars can't be choosers, and it's either this or living in a car on an empty lot. So yeah, choices are limited, so go with what you can get. Don't get me wrong, she gave us a place to stay when we needed a place to stay, but she's a little bit, how to put this, toxic as far as relationships go. She cares deeply about the people around her. She's just not very good at showing it, at voicing it. She wants people to be around her, but she doesn't like people being around her. She gets angry when people don't want to be around her, but she insults them when they're around her. So yeah, not much can be done about that since, as I said, living at her place. See what else. I think I've pretty much covered everything. If there's anything else you guys want to know, just ask in the comments, and I'll either reply in the comments or I'll make a new video if it's needed. Let me go ahead and show you guys that scar one more. Well, I guess you'd call it a scar. Just right here. There's little ones like right below that and to the side and stuff. Basically, I just showed the main one that they cut open. This one used to be treated all the time by wound care. Used to have stuff oozing out of it. Originally it was pus and blood and other stuff, but that went away at Kaiser, and basically since then it's oh, something else. Antibiotics long term, you don't want to be on them. Let me go ahead and lower the volume of this a bit more. Okay, sorry about that. No, wrong one. Okay. So, some side effects of antibiotics if you're on them long term. Up until I went to the post-acute place, they always had me on the short-term IVs. Oh, that's something else. My IVs, when they first started giving me them, my entire right arm bruised up. I pretty much never had a bruise in my life, but my entire arm bruised up. When they started putting me on the IV, my hands, the palms of my hands and my feet, the skin peeled very badly. The area around where the IV was peeled as well, of the skin. My hair started to fall out. The hair on my head. The pillows were constantly covered by them. Originally, I didn't know that had to do with the antibiotics until they took me off the antibiotics and my hair stopped falling out and started growing back. My nails. They basically had these weird seams in them, and they'd split at those seams. The seams would be across the nail like this, and they kept splitting across those seams. There were actually ridges going horizontal across my nails, just basically like this. Basically like this across the nails. So my nails became easy to break. The nail on one of my big toes, on the right one, grew a lot thicker and turned a yellowish color, but it was only on that one toe. And then basically after the antibiotics ended, the normal nails started growing out again, and basically even now there's this like little ridge, like a bump where the nail goes up, that's slowly growing out until it it's not gone yet, but it will be gone as the nail grows out more. So yeah, antibiotics does weird stuff to you. So I'm on gabapentin right now. They gave me penicillin, but I haven't needed it since January, so sitting in my fridge. They gave me needles, and they gave me these lancers to get blood out of my fingers, but they didn't give me anything to check my blood sugar. So other than the gabapentin, they gave me something to control my heart rate. I haven't been taking those. I have prescriptions for like vitamins and stuff for my gut health and stuff like that, but they didn't actually give me the pills, just a paper with the prescription. So I need to talk to my medical people and have that arranged to be taken to see how I get that stuff. I'm not sure if I actually need it. So yeah, as I said, if you have any questions, comments, just reply, just leave a comment and I'll respond to it. I'll try to release new videos. I have a slightly different mindset now. Before, I never really liked to expose anything of myself. At the hospital, you don't have a choice. I wasn't even able to take a shower without being supervised, and I wasn't able to take a shower until like the last 2 to 3 months. Before then, it was all bed baths and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here because my butt is getting a little sore. So I will talk to you guys either through comments or in the next video. I will try to leave what are they called? Not in the title, but in the area where you put what's in the video. I'll try to put like compression fracture, sepsis, and because of the antibiotics, I ended up getting C. diff. It's basically the antibiotics kill off all the bacteria in your stomach, but some of your bacteria is immune to that and grows out of control. And that C. diff, the bacteria that are immune, can kill you. First time it gave me a slight nausea, but this thing they gave me in the IV took care of that. I suffered from it for like 3 days before the nausea went away. And then after that, they kept me on oral antibiotics as well as the IV antibiotics until I got to clear. And then less than a week after I got to clear, C. diff hit me again because apparently it can reappear anytime within a year. Second time was a lot worse. The IV thing they gave me for the nausea didn't help. For 7 days straight, I couldn't drink and I couldn't eat. If I drank water, I'd throw up. Everything I ate came out as fluid. For 7 days straight. They ended up putting me in IVs. At Kaiser, they took blood like, I think every day, about 5 vials. At Kindred, they took blood every 2 days, about 3 vials. And at the post-acute place, they took blood maybe 5 times since I've been there, and each time they took about 2 to 3 vials. So, yeah. At Kaiser, they took so much blood, they gave me a blood transfusion. And right after they got done with the blood transfusion, they came and took blood again. That is some fucking repo there. Just like, you know how we just gave you that blood pack? Well, we're going to take some of it back. So, yeah. But yeah, the MRI was the worst thing other than the back pain from the compression fracture. The MRI, for the first one, I was in there for 2.5 hours. And I had a compression fracture in my freaking back. So it was a hell. It was agony. The second time I got an MRI, I got sent to another place from Kindred. Still had a compression fracture, but it wasn't as bad. It lasted for about an hour and a half. I didn't like it. It wasn't enjoyable. I was sweating like a pig in that one. At least the ones at Kaiser, they had air flowing, so I didn't sweat. But the bed thing did come off track, and they had to yank me out of there, which hurt really bad. So yeah. Other than that, well, yeah, this is like the third time I'm saying I'm ending the video, so... Oh, my clothes, right now I can fit like a 3 or 4X, comfortably. This is like a 5X. My friend got me like I think it was 3X pants, to be safe. I could actually tighten them up. They're pretty safe. They're pretty comfy. The ones I had before are like a 4X, so now I can wear like a 2X, so everything's looking a lot better. I just need to stay on it and lose more weight. I've been doing exercises they taught, well, not exactly the ones they taught me. I pretty much combined the ones into one for my arms and for exercising my back. I need to get like an exercise bike or something to start doing cardio, because with the way my back is now, there's no way I can walk for long distances. I can't even do squats properly right now because my back is so messed up. I can do messed up squats. I can do about 200-300 of them before, and that's just barely squatting down maybe an inch or two. I can do about 200 or 300 of them before it feels like my legs are going to go out. I haven't done those since I got home though. So I can go up and down the stairs relatively okay. I have to lean on the wall since there's no railing. And sometimes I can walk to the bathroom, sometimes I have to lean as I'm going. Just depends on how my back is feeling at the time. So yeah, my muscles deteriorated a bit. I had a compression fracture, which I assume spread and got worse and worse over the month of December. The only thing I can think that caused it was me falling down the stairs, but at first it didn't hurt at all. It's just the pain slowly got worse and worse. I actually bought a back brace in December to help with the fracture. Well, I didn't know there was a fracture at the time. I just bought it to help with the pain. But after a while, it didn't help at all. Right now, it doesn't really do much. I guess I should wear it more, but I don't know. I'd have to try. I'd have to see what it's like walking in it. It's a lot easier to stand up and down and sit down now, but it's harder to walk. And it's very scary to take showers, because I keep feeling like I'm going to slip when I go to turn in the shower. I need to put like something to grip my feet on in the shower on the floor, because it's very fucking scary to because I keep getting afraid I'm going to fall. And even though I'm less weight now, I'm still 290 pounds. I'm not somebody who'd be easy to lift up. And especially naked, no thank you. So yeah, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys later. As I said, comment if you have any suggestions or questions, or want anything clarified or anything like that, or if you have any advice on ways to help get my back in control, any ways to help lose weight. Remember, I am pretty big. I'm still 290 pounds and my back is pretty messed up. And right now the sweat glands that are most out of control are the ones in my groin. I used to use paper towels to absorb the moisture. Right now I'm using pull-up adult diapers to absorb them. I use the toilet normally. I only use the diapers to soak up the sweat and pus and stuff so it doesn't get in the clothes. It actually got to the point before I went into the hospital to where I wouldn't even sit on the couch and stuff, and I wouldn't sit in my chair or anything, or lie on the bed without putting down a towel first, because all the liquid that would come out. It was fucking embarrassing. Liquid is still coming out. They actually did surgeries to cut open recesses and drain them, but they just fill right back up. I really need to arrange to see a dermatologist, but I need to talk to my people. I lost my card when I went to... They put it... I gave them the card, the medical card, when I went to Kaiser. They put it on like a shelf, and when I got moved, it didn't get moved with me, and I need to order a new one. I'm waiting for them to call me because they got my number, so I'm waiting for them to call. They were supposed to arrange in-home care to come and take a look at me, but as I said, right now it's like the 30th, and I got out on the 19th, and nobody's come to check on me, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and actually end this time, so as I said, comment down below, like the video if you want, dislike if you want. Just give me any questions or advice or anything like that. I'm open to it all. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.